Hi guys, Jennifer with scrapsoflife.com, and it is Friday, October. Wow, wishful thinking, right? No, it is Friday, August 7th, and I have just loaded up my car with some canvases and art jewelry and some of my comic books and stuff, and I am getting ready to head down to First Friday Art Walk. I have no idea how things are going to go tonight. Absolutely none. I don't know really what the art scene is like here. I don't know any of the people. Already I'm out of my element because it's not like conventions where I go, I set up, I sell my stuff, I pack up, I leave. You know, the Center for the Arts is handling the actual transactions, and honestly, I don't, it'll be a learning experience, which, you know, is what all this is. But the way I look at it is, even though this is outside of my comfort zone and, you know, something that kind of gives me a tiny bit of anxiety, just not knowing the lay of the land, I made a promise to myself years and years ago that I would not turn down any reasonable opportunities, and this kind of falls under that. I mean, there's really no reason not to. It costs me nothing to go and try and see if anyone, you know, responds to what I have. You know, so there's that. I mean, that's more than you can say about a lot of the comics conventions I go to. Of course, I know my audience there a little bit better. I know what to expect. But nonetheless, the other thing is that I'm hoping that even if I sell nothing, even if, you know, nobody looks at my stuff, if, you know, I stick out like a sore thumb, I get to meet some of the other local artists because, well, I don't know any. We've lived here for a little over a year now, and we still don't know a lot of people in town. So, you know, I look at these sorts of opportunities as a way to maybe meet people. We'll see. Oh, let me get closer.
Hillary Richards, this is my art.
Hillary Richards, you said?
Yes,
okay.
Richards.
And do you have a website?
Yes, I do. It is heartillery.com.
Like heart as in the...
Not quite. It's actually the word artillery with H in the front of it.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah,
Very
yeah,
cool.
So
Okay.
kind of a play on the words.
Ah.
Yeah. Actually, you can have one of these.
Yeah. Very cool.
Well, it sets in there. It's this I'm Mary Sumner, and I do paintings and art cards and commissions, and this is my work. You'll notice that people don't have faces, but that's because they don't need faces, so I don't paint anything that doesn't need to be there. You get a sense of the face because of the planes.
Right.
And I'm more painting about relationships and people, and so color and shape denotes that versus detail. No idea, no plan, it's just like it happens. You know? I feel the same way I've never been able to get out.
Thank you. Can you grab my phone? It's funny, I still need my own mirror. It should be on my bag.
Whew. So, all right, well, it's, I don't even know what time it is, probably approaching 9 o'clock, and I'm back home, car's unloaded, and you know, it went pretty well, all things considered. I mean, I had no real expectations of selling much, of anything, just because you never know what the aesthetics of an area like this are going to be. I mean, I know somebody told me I was moving up here and they knew I was into art, and they said, uh, hunting ducks, things like that. But you know, you don't want to prejudge. But you know, I did actually sell a couple pieces of jewelry, so to one of my fellow artists. But you know, sometimes we are our own best customers, so you know, that's the way it goes. And she was really happy with them, and so hey, I'm more than happy to sell to her just as much as anybody else. You know, for a first time, you know, this was the first time that they had done this as part of the art walk or anything, or first Friday. You know, I think it went really well. They had a food vendor set up. They had music going, entertainment, and there were these little passports that people at First Friday were encouraged to visit all the different locations and get stamps. And if I understood correctly, because I never actually saw one to read it, but if I overheard correctly, then if once you got the passport completed, then they would turn them in at one of the local businesses, and there would be a drawing. I think I heard for a mural, so that's kind of cool. But it did mean that, you know, people were coming through, and so we actually had pretty decent traffic. Now, I don't know if it's quite as apparent to you, but not only am I exhausted, I am just a hot, sweaty mess because, to quote a book that I was reading recently, it was hotter than dog's breath out there. It was hot, it was humid, and then it rained, which only made it worse. It was just, I mean, I'm not built for the heat, folks. Never was. I don't care how long I've lived in the South. But thankfully, I remembered to pack the little camping fan, the battery-operated camping fan, because, you know, we've done outdoor shows before, and yeah, they get a little steamy. And so, yeah, that helped. That helped because I could sit it on the corner of the table and just kind of have it blowing right at me. But, you know, I had fun. I had fun talking to people, both fellow artists on either side of me, as well as people walking around. And, you know, so that's really what counts. You know, my face is out there a little bit. My name is out there. Some people picked up my business cards. A couple people asked about commissions. You know, so it's a good start. It's a good start, and I feel pretty good about it. So I was apprehensive before, and I'm not now. I'm just really tired, and I really need a shower. And I'm really hungry because Todd is cooking dinner, and I have a smoothie. So I'm going to go collapse now, and we'll have more fun tomorrow, I guess. Bye.